Good evening, traders, and welcome to another edition of Algo Trading Live. I'm Stanton, and welcome to the show. Tonight we're going to talk about SHIBA INU. Um, Now, I haven't been trading SHIBA for that long, relatively short period, but I've never seen a community so motivated pushing the price up as I've seen in SHIBA. If you look at YouTube, there's literally thousands of videos every day saying how high it's going to go, and to see a community like that, I've not seen in any other cryptocurrency, even Bitcoin, any of the biggest cryptocurrencies. I've not seen a community like that. So now I suppose you all saw the news about Jim Cramer and how cryptos are going to lose their life saving, and how Shiba Inu and Doge are scams and whatever else he was saying. You know, let's just explain something quickly. Let's just look at our spot account, and we will just explain something quickly. Just open that in a new window. Now, just wait for it to load, and then we'll go to the technical analysis of SHIBA and where I think we're going to go, because I definitely think there's going to be a big bounce, and the big bounce is going to happen soon. You can see by the charts that something is happening, something is coming. The support and resistance levels have been held, and then we'll get back into that. Now, if you see here, I mean, I currently own just over 11 million SHIBA coins. Now, that's equivalent of $134. Now, if that goes up to 10 cents, that investment will be worth $1 million. And, I will only be risking $134 in order to achieve that $1 million. If it goes up to $1, that investment of $134 will be worth $11 million. So how they're saying it's going to, lose your life saving, these are speculative investments. You're waiting for that big move. You're waiting for, the 10, the 50, the 100, the 1,000% moves in these coins. So to say it's, for a very small investment, you could come up with quite a bit of money. To say that it's you'll lose your life savings is just ridiculous, in my opinion. But anyway, let's carry on with that. Now let's look at the technical analysis of SHIB. Okay, I'm just going to expand that a little bit. We're looking at the 15-minute chart here. As you can see, there's been quite a bit of movement today. A lot of high volume from the bears. But as you can see, it reaches this 12 area and then gets almost immediately rejected. Again, came down to about this 12 area, immediately rejected. And now, right now, we sort of going up again. But we're still in this, let's go into the hours. We're still in this, descending channel. But I think that's going to break out. So this 12 area is playing very, very, very strong resistance at the moment, support at the moment. It's a very, very tough to break, and as you can see, it's tried numerous times to break it and just hasn't succeeded yet. Now, if you look at the general market, I mean, Bitcoin was up earlier 3%, and SHIBA was exactly where it was. CRV is up 9%, Curve is up 9%. And SHIB's basically still saying where it is. So what I'm seeing now is what happened is that there's, by these big wicks and these big spikes, is that there's a liquidity hunt. And there's a liquidity hunt from the whales to look for that liquidity to put more money into the market. Maybe a stop loss hunting here, shoot down, get some stop losses, find that liquidity in order to get them into the market. For such a cheap coin, and it's only trading, I don't know what the volume is of today. Let's have a look. I mean, the volume for today, it's only at about 22 million, which is extremely low. Now, if you want to put $1 million into this, you need to find, if you want to buy $1 million worth of SHIB, you're looking for someone to sell $1 million worth of SHIB. And that is what the problem is. They're struggling to find that liquidity. And I think as soon as that liquidity is found, so that's why I think we might see a little bit of leg lower or big pump lower. But as soon as that liquidity is found, it's going to stop pumping. And the big liquidity areas, as you can see, if we go into the higher time frames, let's go to the daily chart. Go into the daily chart. excuse me. Let's see, this area is of great importance here. This is just by this trend line, over here. This area you can see it was tested. You can see these wicks. These wicks means that there's people are searching for something. There's indecision in the market there. They're looking for those moves. And as soon as we touch these low 12 areas, then we see the spikes. Now, if we break through this 12 area and we break this sort of ascending channel here, then we're going to look towards this like 1 level. And I think that will be a level of great importance. I think from there it's going to have a big bounce. I think we're going to see a 30, 40, 50% move up to this 1700 level. We could break the 1700 level, then there's no ways. Then it's the next level I think of importance is around here, this 22, around 2200. And so look, I'm trading the 1000 SHIBA here, so you multiply the actual price by 1000. But we call it like 2200 level. So we just got to break the 1750 level, and you could get to this 2200 level, and then it's going to fly. Alright, let's look at some more analysis here. So, and as you could see, I mean, there's from this big dump, there's exhaustion. I mean, you see a couple of, it gets bought, it gets sold off, but there's exhaustion from the bears. I mean, you can see there's such low volume at the moment, and the price dumping on such low volume, it just means that there's going to be some sort of move. I mean, already see we tested lows today, and now already we're bouncing back up. Now let's have a look at Bitcoin quickly and see what Bitcoin's doing. So Bitcoin was up quite a bit. Is Bitcoin Bitcoin's holding that 20,000 range. Is it the bottom? I mean, we had quite a rout over the last couple of days, and it seems to be holding this level. See, I've got these two support areas here, this is the 20 area, strong support area, and then the 19. And then right down here, so that's 1700, 17500 level. Let's just watch this in the 15 and see what's happening. Yeah, there's all sort of like, I mean, nothing's really heavily in the red. If you look at what's happening in the market, yeah. Curve is the highest, should have kept my long position. Then you can see if some of the smaller alts, I mean, 14%, but nothing seriously in the red. Nothing is seriously in the green either. I mean, highest is 9%. So I think we've got a situation where there's a lot of people out the market at the moment. People are sitting on their hands, waiting for something to happen, maybe waiting for lower prices to get in. But it looks like we've sort of bottomed out here. Now we're back above the 20, tested it a few times the last couple of days, tested that 20, now we're back above the 20 area. Ethereum also, I think we're above the 15. Let's have a look at Ethereum. Yeah, way above 15 again. So I'm positive about this market. I'm very bullish at the moment. Ethereum's about to break this trend, previous trend I had in here. Where does that come from? Let's go back to the daily. So it broke above and then came back into it. Again, we haven't dropped below the lows. I mean, we're still hovering around these 20 marks and still in this channel, respecting the support. So far, it's this descending channel here is sort of blocking its move upwards. But once it breaks there, it's going to run. Let's go back to SHIB because that's what they'll focus of. I'm not going to go into any more of the fundamentals and the news and what have you. But just by looking at the chart and the bearish exhaustion you've seen in the volume, I think we're going to have a big pump soon. You just got to get out of this I mean, it's basically a descending triangle. It's generally or descending channel. It's generally a bearish pattern. It's essentially got a bear flag. We were just waiting for that pump out, and then once we break the 1700 area, then it's going to take off. Actually going to move my stop loss, my take profit like way up here. Okay, let's look at the smaller time frames. We can watch it a little bit. So I'm currently in a long position. Went in a little bit early. I should have waited for 12. I mean, it doesn't really make much of the difference if you're going at 12.1 or 12. The thing is that you've got more stop loss to play with. Quite high leverage, probably 10% leverage. I mean, 10x leverage, which is quite high. But you look at your risk to reward here, where we're risking $34 and the expected profit is $1,100. So it's a very good risk reward. Look, I don't think I'm going to ride it all the way up to the 1750. I'll probably wait for it to break this channel, take half off, and then move the stop loss into break even, and then wait for another pullback. So the pullback area, what I'll look for is, let's go back to the daily. Let's just look in this is per Interbout. It's been respecting this channel now for a long time, almost 2 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16 days. Almost just over 2 weeks it's been respecting this channel. And it's tried to break, but it's just come back. So once we see this break of this channel, I'll see how far we go there. Take some profit over here, this area, the next sort of resistance area, and then I'd move my stop loss into break even or into small profit, and then just let it run. If it keeps on going up, I'll just let it run. If it comes back down, I'll wait for a break of this. So let's draw that in. Wait for a break here, retest channel, and then up again. That's the sort of move we're looking for. And then the retest on this is that when you go all in long. Okay, let's see how we're doing. Page doing right. $5.50 profits, alright so far. Let's have a look on the 1 minute. Very small time frame, and let's see how it's actually moving. See, there's a lot more. If you look at the 1 minute time frame, you see there's a lot more green than is red when it comes to the volume. And on the 1 minute time frame, the volume is a lot bigger when it. Look at that. So you can see, I mean, this wants to move up. A little bit. So 50. Too much. Yeah, we're starting to make a little break now. Our first target is this sort of area. That's the first target. If we could break that, you can see where we go from there. What has happened with Bitcoin? So Bitcoin is up now, went up about 5% while we've been sitting here. Curve is going up. Here's the new one. it looks like bulls are coming in now. Let's have a look at some other alts while we're here. Something I was looking at earlier is Solana. I'm really enjoying the Solana network at the moment. You look for these good projects. You look for these projects that are accessible to everybody. Like Solana, I mean, I've just finished, actually even show you quickly. I mean, I've just minted my own. Just minted some coins for myself, my own tokens. I mean, it's, you know, stuff like this. It's like, it's just accessible to the market and just makes it so easy to like become a part of these projects. This is the one coin I minted. Let's go to my account. Just did another one. Let's go algo trendy token. An algo trading token. I mean, it's just, you know, these sort of like these projects that are accessible to everyone. It's easy to develop on them. It's easy to work with them. They make the code accessible, that make it over different languages. These are the type of projects that I'm really interested in. You know, this mass adoption sort of philosophy. So yeah, I mean, I have my own cryptocurrency, and it was, and it's very easy to use. You don't need to have like, you know, have to program in their language. They've got JavaScript SDKs. So I like those type of projects. Okay, this one looks interesting here, the Solana. It's just broken the support area, so I'm going to wait for another retest of the support to maybe go in on a long here. Just let it come down a little bit. Let's have a look on the daily. And those ones I'll keep in my spot account. I'm just going to wait till I've put all of my spot account money into SHIBA at the moment. So I'm just going to wait till I've got to make a little bit more equity in here, and then I'm going to start buying some Solana, and then I'm also going to buy Binance coin. I think it's very stable, and it's also for long-term investment. You can just leave it. I think it'll do pretty well. And the daily chart's not looking that great for Solana. We've broken out this area. We just need more of a pump. Maybe we wait for this to hit this sort of resistance area, pull back, and then we'll go in. But Solana I'm looking at. And then also on the same on the same call it blockchain, or same, you've got the Matic, same channel, Matic, Polygon, and they all sort of run on the Solana network. Also not a bit of a no man's land at the moment. Okay, so let's go back and see how SHIB's doing. Anything else we could look at? Chili's, let's have a look at Chili's. Favorites. Get distracted by other coins. It's best like you just keep a list of 10 and you just watch those 10. You pick your favorite 10. I mean, there's so many of these out there. Oh, Chili's looking good. You tested that support, bounced off the support nicely. Now we're going back into the channel. Chili's is looking good for long. Do I have it? No. Looking at. Sure. I don't have anything available. Okay. Put everything into one trade. Okay, so let's see how that trade is doing. 15-minute chart. Yeah, we need a bigger push. We need a real push, and that push is coming. You could see it's all these wicks, all these rejections of this like support area, all around the same area. So from here, you're looking, get that consolidation, you get the big breakout, get a little pullback, and then up again. You just gotta wait. I mean, it really all depends on what global economics is doing. If the Nasdaq is crashing, or if anything else is coming down, it's gonna pull down Bitcoin. When people, if Bitcoin comes down, all the rest are gonna come down as well. And I mean, I've seen days when Bitcoin was flat and nothing happened, and SHIBA had a 30% move. Bitcoin was down on the day. So you never know. Anything can happen. You just got to wait for right catalysts, the right people to come in, and it will have its pump. I think once the Shibarium network's released, and then Shibarium game comes out, I think we're going to have a lot more interest in the ecosystem. And I think a lot of people are very interested. I mean, like I said in the beginning, I've never seen so many YouTube videos on one single coin before. You look at something like Bitcoin, you'll get, few people talk about Bitcoin, but there's literally hundreds and hundreds of videos a day about Shiba. That is very, very promising. And everyone's very positive, which is also good. You rarely ever see like, we're going down, we're going to zero. You hardly ever see videos like that about it. Let's look, just watch and see what's happening. It's doing. Actually, gonna have to sell some of this off because I need to put into other trades. We're just gonna have to see how this goes. But like I said, I think I'll sell half, maybe 1.25 around here. Take half off the table. See what profit that would have. That would. Down. Oh, my stop's like on the 15. It looks like it's miles away. If I take there, take some off. 125. That's $140. You want to go big on this one. Probably take half off there. So my target, this is my target. It's 11750. That's the one I've been targeting for the past 2 weeks, and I'm waiting for that big 30-50% move, because that's what happened last time. It went from this 12 area a month ago, went from that 12 area, go back to the daily, get a better view. So we were in a similar area. Went from that 12 area, and then one day it hit that 1750. And that's the move we're waiting for. And it's going to happen again. I could promise you that. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Let's see if any got any. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe. Please hit the like button, hit the notification button. I'm on every day, so please hit the notification so you don't miss a show, and hope to see you soon. Cheers. Bye bye.